when I was on hospital, Brooks General Hospital, and that Frenchman gave me that name. He didn't call me Achilles, he called me Aki.
Where did you get your name, by the way?
My name? For my Achilles? They named me after my grandfather. My grandfather's name was Achilles.
Kozakis.
Kozakis. My mother's side.
Where did you get your middle name's from your dad?
Yeah, my dad. All sons will have a middle name of their father. John T. was John Thomas. Nick T. was Nick Thomas. Milton T. Milton Thomas. And I didn't use my middle name in the service because it's too long.
And when you were in school, did you have any extracurricular activities?
Oh yeah, we all did. We played ball, all the sports that were in season. And I did a lot of painting, drawings. I was pretty good at that. And even in elementary school, I'd make a drawing, and the boys would give me a jackknife or a candy bar or something for the drawing. And in junior high school, my sister was studying history, and she had to make drawings. Well, I made the drawings for her. She got an A in history.
So, now you played sports, and were they were they just sandlot sports, or were they organized?
Sandlots and high school.
So you played football?
I played football, baseball, basketball, and soccer. I led it in soccer and basketball my last 2 years.
In football, what did you play? What was your position?
Oh, I played a couple positions. One, I played center. The other time I played quarterback. And we had the A formation then, the spinner plays. And when I handled that ball, no one knew where that ball went. That was the unique thing about it. The way I would hand the ball to my halfbacks and fullbacks, or I'd keep it right through the center. They'd be chasing the wrong man.
There used to be a center eligible play back then, wasn't there? Where you could, a center eligible. You could hike the ball back to the quarterback.
Yeah.
He touches his hands. It's like he gives the ball back to you, and then you run.
Sure.
Did you do that?
No. I kept the ball, or I gave it to my halfbacks or fullback. And when I kept it, I went right through center because everybody was chasing somebody else. It was clear.
You guys had uniforms back then too, didn't you?
Yeah, we had uniforms.
But you didn't have face masks.
No, nothing like that. Pads, shoulder pads, pants, helmet.
What type of helmet was it?
A leather helmet. Nothing like today.
You lose any teeth?
No. I was in good shape.
And back then, you also used to have those big cleats.
Yeah.
That would stick because
mud cleats.
That's it. That's it.
We had those.
Yeah. So, did you do much passing when you were?
Yeah.
Or was it all running?
Oh yeah. We used to practice passing that have a tire, and they swing the tire, and you pass, you try to shoot through the tire.
Yeah.
That's where they called me a quarterback.
How did you get to be a center? Was that punishment?
I started that at first. Then I was too light, so they put me quarterback. When I was throwing that ball through the hoop.
Yeah. Huh. Wait, so you played basketball. By the way, was your team any good?
We have basketball. We played when I was at the Industrial Arts Division. Coach Mac Reynolds. And we played the state champs that year. Classical High was the state champs. And they had the two Chisholm brothers. And they were good. And we played them and we beat them with a team we had at Industrial Arts. And that's how I got my letter in basketball.
Did you play full court when you were, was it a full court or half court?
Full court.
Okay.
Full court. And up above was a track with a cork floor. It was a good gym.
Now, your football team, were you guys any good or? Oh,
Yeah, well, when I was there, when I was on the team, we weren't that great. But before me, we had Boley Dantzwitz and what was the tackle? All-American. Boley made All-American, and he also played pro 1 year, quarterback.
what was his last name?
Dantzwitz. Good Polish name. They grew up on Riverside. Well, that tackle just came to me and left me. Oh shit, we were in 6th grade together. Anyway,
So, who was your big rival?
oh, in high school, Lynn Classical. The 2 high schools in Lynn.
So, in your district, though, you had to be playing
Oh,
Boston.
yeah, they play like Leominster and Melrose, all the neighboring cities around.
What was your mascot?
Oh, I'm trying to think now. Oh, I forget. I don't remember.
So you had.
I don't know whether it's a goat or what.
Remember what colors you were? What colors?
Green and white. Now they're red and white.
Now, in basketball, what position did you play?
Left half,
What?
defense. I was in a left half defense position.
What about on offense?
Well, offense too, but I passed the ball and so forth.
Is that like a guard?
Wait a minute now, I'm making a mistake. That's soccer. Left half is soccer, guard in basketball.
Okay.
You got it.
Now, were the Celtics a big team then?
We weren't too big. Not our team that beat the state champs.
You had a good team then.
Yeah, we had a nice bunch of guys.
Who was your tallest player?
Oh, I would say it was Mecca Simorowski. He played center for Classical High. He played basketball for us.
How tall was he?
Oh, about 6'1". Yeah, we were all 5'9", 5'8", 5'6", you know.
Back then, you did.
Finnegan was high too,
Finnegan.
the Irish boy.
So when you played, though, you did set shots. You didn't do the jump shots like you see today. They were more
No.
set shots.
Shots were from the back of the head, like that.
Then how would you shoot a free throw?
From the free throw. I could do it. I hit the basket
You mean
every
like
time. Yeah,
that?
and I'd get the basket every time.
Not like that.
No. That's the way I did it. Other guys would shoot it this way, but they never spun the ball or anything like that.
Now, did the school provide your uniforms and basketball shoes?
Yeah. They provided everything. Balls, team.
So your basketball team was better than your football team.
Well, I wouldn't say that. But our team was good enough to beat the state champs. Yeah, but we didn't play other towns. We just played those guys. Like a scrimmage, if you want to call it that. And they were state champs that year. And McReynolds put the team together and we beat them.
And you played baseball.
Yeah.
What position?
Left half, left field, and pitcher.
Are you a right-hander or left-hander?
I'm a right-hander. I was a hell of a pitcher when I was 15 years old.
What was your best ball?
I had a ball that would come in and then it'd curve in. Fastball, like a curve, not quite, and it just clip in.
So how did you grip the ball?
Like that. And I struck out the first 5 guys, the first 5 innings on that game. I was playing for number 8 school in Linden, New Jersey. I was there for the summer with my brother Milton. Milton was catching, I was pitching. And the first 5 innings struck him out.
Did you put your fingers on the seams, or did you put them in between the seams?
I don't recall. I just grabbed that ball and
However, it ended up in your hands, how
Yeah.
you threw it.
Yeah. And Milton was catching. And then the next game, I struck out everybody the first 3 innings. And we got a hell of a write-up in the newspaper. The 2 boys visiting their aunt and uncle. And I'm doing all this.
That's Linden, New Jersey.
Yeah. You know, it was a nice summer. 1948.
And then you played something we didn't play down here, soccer.
I played soccer in high school.
Yeah.
My junior and senior year. And soccer started after the football season was over. And if you weren't out that field running, you'd be on that bench freezing. So you want to be out there running.
It's interesting, that part of the country had soccer long before we had it down here.
Say that again,
You
please.
had soccer up in the Northeast long before soccer was prevalent in the South
Oh,
and
yeah,
Southwest.
yeah. That was my junior and senior high school. We had soccer. And we played all the towns. One of the toughest teams was the team from Leominster. They had a damn good one. And Concord was another one.
Did you have any heroes when you were growing up who played professional sports, like in basketball or baseball
yeah.
or football?
Jimmy Fox.
Yeah.
Babe Ruth. Lou Gehrig.
You kept with the Yankees more than you did it was Boston Braves then, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, Jimmy Fox was playing with the Boston Braves at the time.
Babe Ruth
Then
was.
they moved up. Babe Ruth, and then he moved up to New York.
So wasn't it the Braves? It wasn't the Red Sox then. It was the Braves, or did they have
They
two
had
teams?
both. Okay. Red Sox, American League, Braves were the National League.
Well, when was it that the jinx hit Boston? Was it the trade with Babe Ruth?
What hit Boston?
The jinx,
I don't know. I don't remember.
because they didn't win the World Series for
No, they didn't.
not for a long
Been a
time.
long time. Yeah. Over Fenway Park.
You have a baseball glove?
Oh, not now.
Then when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Remember who they used to have? They would sign them. You know, a ball player would sign it.
No, it was just a regular glove, an old glove I got. I bought secondhand. That was it. And the funny thing about when I was playing left field, I never miss a ball. And what used to scare the hell out of me, a fly would be coming out at me, and the boys were leaving the field because they thought they knew I would catch it. And that scared me. What if I dropped the ball? They're leaving the field, and pop, I catch it. Crazy.
Now, as a kid, did you get to go watch the baseball games, the pro games? Did you have a knothole gang?
I only went to a pro game once. I didn't have money.
Yeah.
Those days, depression.
But by the way, what did your father do for a living?
He was a machinist.
Was he on his own, or did he work for a company?
No, he worked for the General Electric Company in the instrument department. They would make instruments, even all the meters for the electric meters for the houses. Mostly GE or Westinghouse, either one. And he manufactured all those parts.
Where was his office?
West Lynn plant, he didn't have an office. He worked in the instrument department of West Lynn. And he'd set up all the machines for the men to work on. That's why I used to bring back the parts and I'd measure them on the micrometer, go or no go. 0.002 of an inch tolerance. And that's what got me interested in engineering.
Did your mom have to work to make ends meet?
No. Mama stayed home.
Yeah.
Those days, Mama home. She's Mr. Inside. My father's Mr. Outside. And that's the way it was with me and Renner. I told her, you're Mr. Inside, I'm Mr. Outside.
Now, if you got in trouble at home, at school, was
Yeah.
it worse at home?
when I got trouble in school, I was more worried about what my father was going to do to me than the teacher. One time in the winter, Miss Barry, we're up on a hill, Borough School, and a wind blowing. I opened up my jacket, and there was ice all over it, and the wind would just take you across the field. And then I land into a snowbank. And Miss Barry said, "You're gonna catch cold, you close your coat." And she went and told my father. And my father, boom, I got a spanking. I never opened my coat again. Miss Barry lived over in Child Street, next street over. They knew our family real well. And her brother was my trigonometry teacher in high school. And he was funny. They say, "Achilles, what did your father call you?" And I said, "He called me Achilles." "Well, from now on, you're Achilles." Things like that. The whole class Achilles.
Did you have any, when you started reading, do you have any favorite authors
Authors?
and books?
Oh, I don't remember the names. Like Kipling and things like that.
Now,
Treasure Island, you know.
Robinson Crusoe.
Yeah. All those.
How far away was West Lynn from downtown Boston?
2 miles.
That's it.
2.25 miles.
So you could go downtown Boston anytime you wanted to.
Not Boston, this is Lynn.
Oh, Lynn. Okay.
Boston is about 8 to 12 miles from Lynn. You'd go Lynn, Saugus, Chelsea, go through the Summer Tunnel, Haymarket Square, Boston. Then go on Washington Street, go down Washington Street about 8 blocks, and you get the RKO Theater. And that's where I used to go and watch the big bands come in for a week's stay.
What was the name of that theater?
RKO.
RKO, yep.
And all the big bands.
You have any favorites?
Oh yeah, did I have any favorites? Yeah, Glenn Miller, Woody Herman, Benny Goodman, Artie Shaw.
Yeah.
You name them, I had them.
But now you didn't play a musical instrument, though.
No, I did not, but I loved music, and I loved dancing.
Where'd you pick up dancing?
In the 8th grade, I was dancing with my cousin Angie down the cellar, 6th and 7th grade. And she had a little Victorola, we put on the records and would dance. And the 8th grade dance come, I was a hell of a dancer.
So you could do the jitterbug pretty easily.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Foxtrot?
Foxtrot, jitterbug, waltz, rumba, once in a while a tango.
Really? You learned a tango?
Oh yeah.
Was it Angie? She must have been a good teacher.
Well, it's difficult finding a girl.
It isn't once you learn to dance.
Yeah. I learned to dance at home. My sister and my cousin Angie.
Then you must have had a radio at home.
Later, much later, when I was in high school.
Do you have any favorite radio programs?
Oh yeah, we had a Lux Radio Theater and all that on Sundays.
What about, do you listen to any of the old...
Fanny Bryce, comedian. As a matter of fact, when I got in the National Honor Society, we were initiated, we had to play a part of a girl. So I played the part of Fanny Bryce. I got the clothes from my cousin Angie, skirt, sweater, sandals, white socks, and a hat. And I played the part of the girl. That was funny.
So, you remember any shows like Amos and Andy?
Oh yeah, they were great. Too bad they no longer have them. They were funny. Real great. In those days, we didn't have this political, what do you call it, correctness. That sucks. That's going to destroy the country, for Christ's sake. If you want to call your buddy a Polak, you call him a Polak. If you want to call him a Greek, you call him a Greek. An Irishman. A Frenchman, a frog. You know, no problem. It was all affection. It's in the heart.
Yeah. Yeah. They used to trade, your generation would trade insults. One called one a kike, the other called it dago.
Yeah, Kike was Jewish.
Yeah.
A Dago was Italian.
Yeah. What'd you call the
A
Armenians?
greaseball was a Greek. That's the way it was.
So what about the Armenians? Did they have a slang?
What's that?
The Armenians.
No, called just Armenian.
Yeah.
Jim and Mike and Frank Megarian. They lived down the street, and they had a sister. I mean, we had it all there, right in the neighborhood. Church, the convent, Greek school,
What church did your family go to?
the Greek church, St. George, and it was right across the street from the high school, Lynn Classical High, from the Commons. We had 2 Commons in the city of Lynn. What you call a city green. And in the summer, we had the fountain and the bandstand. The fountain was all water displays and lights. And it'd be corresponding to what they were playing in the bandstand. And the old man, valves in it, he did it all. And when he died, that was the end of that. No more fountains. Wednesday and Sunday evenings, weather permitting.
You, all your brothers could have gone up to the stand and sung on, weekends or
No.
Never?
We just sang at home.
never, just at home.
Sang the carols at Christmas, things like that.
Do you remember a radio program, The Shadow Knows?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
There was another one. There was another one up there called Duffy's Tavern.
Oh, yeah. That was funny. Yeah, how do you know all those?
I listened to them when we drive to Indiana. I love the old radio. They're so well written.
Yeah.
They're so well put together
Yeah.
compared to today.
That was the main entertainment, was the radio.
You know, a creaking door,
Yeah,
and then that beautiful voice.
yeah.
Or what? Now you probably didn't listen to Lum and Abner, did you?
Yeah.
Fibber McGee.
Yeah, Fib McGee and Molly, yeah. And the closet. Crash. Gotta fix it up someday.
Now, did you have any odd jobs to
Yeah.
make money when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah, I worked. I worked at a Loomis company. I would stock the shelves.
For which
canned
company?
goods. Loomis, Loomis. They were down the street, about half a block away.
What type of company was that?
Groceries. And they also sold beer. They had a beer license and a liquor license. And that's where the neighborhoods come and get their beer and liquor.
You drink beer as a kid?
No. I drank it, but I didn't like it, so I didn't drink it anymore.
You have a sweet tooth then?
Oh, yeah, I like Hershey candy bars and things like that. Fingers and, Boasters. Yeah. It was real good.
The Mars bars?
But my father would not let us eat candy or soft drinks or popcorn. We only got it twice a year. 4th of July and Christmas. That was it. Other times, no sweets. And a drink, once in a while we'd get a ginger ale. That was it. My mother used to make root beer. She'd make her own root beer. It was real nice.
She
That
made
was
it from
it.
scratch?
Yeah,
Was that using sassafras?
yeah, that was it, sassafras. God, you know it all.
I knew that.
Yeah.
I'll be. Now, what for the Loomis Company? You were stocking shelves.
Yeah.
How much money were you making?
Oh, I don't know, about 20, 30 cents an hour, something like that maybe.
You have any other?
But you know something? By the time I was 13, I was buying my own clothes. And my dad would come up to me and say, Achilles, I don't have to worry about you. I bought my own suit at Easter.
You remember where your first suit came from? Which store?
Oh, I forget now.
Like Hart, Schaefer, and Marks, or?
No, it was in Boston, and a Jewish tailor.
Oh, you had a custom suit.
No, it was a manufactured suit. But I had my custom suits after I got out of the Army. They were all one-button lounge. Oh, yeah. I had real good clothes.
So, how did you get that much money to buy your own clothes? You didn't get it at the grocery store.
I shined shoes, and I sold newspapers.
Did you have a newspaper route?
Yeah.
Which newspaper did you throw for?
Well, I had the Lynn Item, the Boston Globe, Boston Herald, and the Lynn Telegram. Oh, I had about 30 some odd customers.
You remember your route?
All around Flint Street, Child Street, Wyman Street, Boston Street, all around that area.
Did you hoof it or were you on a bike?
No, I walked.
So now when you
Bike came later.
when you threw the newspaper back then though, you just couldn't throw it up on anywhere on the yard. You had to
No, I take it up, put it on the front door.
Now that's okay in the summertime, but in the wintertime,
I did it in the winter.
That's a problem.
Oh, yeah. I'd roll it, put it on the doorknob.
You didn't put them in plastic or things like that.
No,
back then.
no. Not those days.
But you got to
Your hands get dirty.
You got to keep them dry though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So how much money could you make throwing those newspapers?
Not too much. Maybe a penny, a newspaper or something like that.
You were in charge of collections too, weren't you?
Yeah, I didn't like that.
So how long would you let someone go without paying before you stopped throwing?
Maybe one. I didn't stop, but I just brought the paper.
Yeah.
But I never got paid.
Well, people moved around a lot too back then, didn't they? Or in your neighborhood?
Not too much, no.
Yeah.
No.
And you got a bike
They were
lane.
very well settled.
Yeah. And plus families then, my guess is families in your neighborhood,
Yeah.
they didn't want to be known as, Welches.
Yeah, oh no.
Word gets out.
No, not like that.
So did you get a bike later to
Yeah.
speed things up?
Well, I made my own bike.
What?
Bought parts, assembled them. I had my own bike. And then, about 14 years old, I bought my own bike. It was from, what do they call it? A Flyer,
Oh, Western Flyer?
Western Flyer, Western Auto Stores.
Yeah.
Western Flyer, right. Had a basket. I go fishing.
Where?
The ponds all around. We had ponds everywhere.
Do you have any rivers going through West Lynn?
In West Lynn, we had Flax Pond, Sluice Pond, Walden Pond. Walden Pond was a reservoir. Not supposed to fish there. And Pike's Pond. Pike's Pond, I used to go get catfish. Get catfish.
You take them home?
Yeah, Pike used to chase me, man. He didn't want anybody fishing in his ponds. But I'd sneak in there, fish a bit, then come back.
You know, when you grew up, I bet in West Lynn, the farms were pretty close, weren't they?
Farm? Yeah. The farm was up the hill on the other side of Barlow School. Called it a pool farm. Had apple orchard, alfalfa, cows, the whole 9 yards. It was real nice. We used to go in the barn, I remember 5 or 6 of us, maybe 10 or 12 years old. And we'd get up in the loft, and we'd jumping in the hay. And Franny fell. Francis Smith. He fell from the loft. But he hurt his arm, but he didn't kill him. But he was out for about a week or two. But he was all right. So we quit.
Yeah.
We didn't do it anymore.
You ever work on a farm?
No. My brother Milton worked on a farm